We won't be doing that again. That used to happen to us all the time. That's so good. How cool is that? So we're staying at a campsite by the beach. And I haven't gone in the water here yet. So I feel like I have to do it. It is freezing. But I'm ready to go. I'm gonna do it. Wish me luck. That was absolutely freezing. My feet, I feel like they're about to fall off. But look at this. It's so beautiful. What a place to go for a swim. Hi! I showered and I'm all warm. And now I'm going back down to the beach for a walk with Rhubarb. I love this campsite. It's so nice. We've had such good luck with campsites, honestly. I think we've only stayed at 3? Yeah, 3 campsites so far. But every single time it's been so nice. And I know there's a lot of really shitty campsites out there, but every campsite we've stayed at has been so nice. Literally, look at this. There's the campsite, and then this is the beach, and mountains all around. The most beautiful location for a campsite, honestly. And my swim earlier, I mean, I can't call it a swim, my dip in the ocean earlier literally brought me back to life. We've had a pretty stressful day, I have to admit. I had therapy this morning, so I was like kind of mentally checked out, very exhausted mentally. And I was just having a conversation with Bailey. We were sitting in the van talking, and we let Rhubarb out to pee. Oh my god, literally look at that. Yeah, we were just talking and we had let Rhubarb out to pee, and this was our mistake. She was unsupervised for about 5 minutes, and she's usually very trustworthy. She doesn't really run away. She doesn't leave our area, you know what I mean? She's quite she likes to stick around. You know, she's a bit of a mummy's girl, so she likes to be around. And we kind of just trusted her to do that. We won't be doing that again. So next thing, when we looked out the window, I couldn't see her. So I got out of the van and I was calling her to get her to come back, and she wasn't coming back. Extremely unusual. She always comes back. Her recall is excellent. I immediately started freaking out, and we were running around. We split up. We were running around the area that we were like in a pretty remote area beside a lake. We were running around, calling her, whistling, shouting for her. No response. No Rhubarb running towards us. So I was like really freaking out, running on adrenaline. We drove up the road 2 minutes to this forest. So we drove past the forest. We were driving up the road like calling her. And then we saw this forest, and I thought, she might be in there. She does love a forest. So we went in, and she has an AirTag on her collar, but because there's like no iPhones around, I didn't really realize that this was how they work. Maybe I'm stupid, I don't know. But they need iPhones around to function. So we were obviously in the middle of nowhere, so there's no one around with iPhones for the AirTag to bounce off of to send the location data. So yeah, it wasn't connecting, so I couldn't track her. But we got into this forest, and suddenly it did connect, and it said that she was nearby. So we were like, okay, she must be around here somewhere. We're running through the forest, calling her, can't hear a response at all, and we assume that if she can hear us, she'll make a sound, because she just would. I just feel like she would. Look at this mountain. That's incredible. It's like in the, oh my god, stop. That's beautiful. Anyway, there was no response. Then Bailey ran off in one direction. He went down this bank, and 5 minutes later I had just found some paw prints in the snow, so I was like getting into my tracker mode. I was like, okay, she's around here somewhere, I gotta try and follow these prints, right? And then all of a sudden I turn around and Bailey and Rhubarb are running towards me. So he had found her down, he'd gone down a bank in the forest which had led to an open field with a river, and Rhubarb, as we know, is obsessed with water. She will stand in the water for hours. She will find any bit of water around and she'll stand in it for forever. I'm going to let her off lead now and she's going to run straight to the water. And yeah, he had found her in the river and she was like splashing around, but she was stuck. She couldn't get out of the river. And once she saw him, she was like barking at him to come over because she was stuck. So he like pulled her out. She wasn't in deep or anything, she was just like up to her ankles in the water, but I guess she was like stuck in mud or something, I don't know. We're still a bit confused as to what exactly happened, but yeah, he pulled her out and he brought her back and everything was fine and she was fine. We were just all very freaked out. We will not ever be doing that again. She has her 10-meter long lead, so we can just clip her onto that and clip her into the van. So I don't know why we didn't do that. We just, because there was no one around, we weren't worried about her, like, you know, running up and barking at someone or anything like that, so we just kind of trusted her to stay around. But I guess our trust was misplaced. This little rascal has had her freedoms revoked for the foreseeable future. But yeah, that was our stressful day. Yeah, after that we just decided we need a night off where we can do a full reset. So we got to the campsite and I spent the first hour completely deep cleaning the van, reorganized the boot because that was just completely out of control, and like cleaned the floors and yeah, did everything so it's all nice and fresh. And we've cleaned our sheets, washed all of our clothes, so we did a full reset. So I'm feeling a lot better now, a lot less stressed, and going in the ocean, as cold as it may have been, was the best thing I could have done, because I feel it literally made me feel 100 times better. I feel alive again. Wait. Look at me. Okay. Good girl. I just made some rice and now I'm heating up a bit of curry from the other night. I was washing a few dishes and the grey water tank overflowed, so that was really fun. Bailey's gone to empty it now, but it did leak all over the floor. I had to clean all that up on my freshly cleaned floors. That used to happen to us all the time, like pretty much every single time the tank. Good morning! Me and Rue are out for our morning walk. Decided to straighten my hair this morning because I like wearing my hair straight, and I had really gotten into the habit of wearing it straight when I was in Berlin, but the inverter in the van is not powerful enough to handle like the surge when the hair straightener heats up. So, well, at least I don't think it is. I still need to test it, but like I'm kind of don't want to deal with the consequences if it does go wrong. Probably would just trip a fuse, I guess. But I just haven't really invested enough brain power into thinking about what would happen. So it seems like too big of a risk. But because we're at a campsite, and in Norway the German power adapters work on my hair straightener, and I have a German power adapter with me, I was able to straighten my hair in the bathroom. So I'm pretty happy about that. It's kind of a gloomy day today. Plan today was to go for a hike, see how the day progresses. It's short enough, the hike, it's just short and steep, so I feel like we could start it later on in the day if it clears up a bit, and we'll have a bit of breakfast and incorporate the word breakfast. It's a breakfast, yeah. And then we'll decide what we're going to do with the day. We might just have another chill day and go for our hike tomorrow, because yesterday, even though it was supposed to be a chill day, ended up being a very not chill day. So we both are kind of still craving that. We'll see. Just started snowing, so I think the hike is off. I just don't really feel like hiking in the snow, to be honest. The revised plan is to go to the Viking Museum, which we passed by on the way back here a couple of days ago, and we looked it up and it looked so good. As museums go, it looked really fun. Like, there was lots of like fun activities to do, because I am a child. I can't just read information. I need to do fun activities. So we're thinking we're going to go to that and then start the drive north to Narvik, I think, or somewhere in that area, in that general area. I've yet to figure out where exactly we're going, and then the end goal being Tromsø. So I think, yeah, we'll get started on the drive today and see how we get on. We just pulled up at our spot for the night. It's really cool. It's like right on a cliff edge, which makes me a bit nervous with rhubarb, but we're just going to put her on the long lead, or even the short lead, to be honest, when she's outside. The roads here are just not for the faint of heart. I mean, I love a windy country road. It's my favorite type of road to drive on, but in the van, it's a little bit stressful, because I just like You just have to take every corner super slow because, you know, it's a van full of stuff. Even though everything is locked in tight, I try to drive slower than I would if I was just in a car. But that means as well that often like a queue of other cars will be forming behind me while I'm driving, and that's super stressful. I hate that. So I either have to pull in or drive faster, and there's usually not a lot of spots to pull in. So yeah, I was locked in for about an hour and a half there, and now I'm a bit mentally drained. But we are on the northmost island now, so we're on our way off the islands now. We're heading towards Narvik, and then after that we're going to go to Tromsø. Tomorrow we'll do bulk of the driving. We are going to do some van DIY bits. We need to change the air filter and top up the oil, so we're going to do that, and then probably just have a bit of dinner and relax. Wait,
I just don't want to put it in, I'm sure.
What do you think?
It's pink. And short. But it's not bad.
I think it's pretty damn good.
You did a good job.
Thanks. Sleepy girl. Morning. I'm just tidying up the van a bit. We just woke up. And Bailey's outside playing with Rue. We had such a slow morning this morning. We slept in, it's like 10:30 right now. And I think today is just going to be a driving day.
Sick.
Ooh. Wait. It's our view for the night. So we're parked up just outside Narvik. We drove about 2.5 hours today, and we're gonna stop here for the night. We're literally right on the E10, so it's gonna be kind of loud, but doesn't really bother me. Right now it is 4:15, and we're both starving. We had a sandwich when we got here, but we're both really hungry, so I'm gonna make a bit of lunch. We're kind of working with leftover bits and bobs, I think, so I'm gonna have to figure out what exactly I'm making. I had a pomegranate that was going off, so I've gotten the seeds out of that, and yummy. Gonna use that probably. So for protein, I'm thinking we have some chickpeas, so I might dry roast some of those on a pan. We have these various grains. This one's like a mix of grains. It's got buckwheat, quinoa, what else is in there? I'm not sure. Let's see. It's spilling out everywhere. I have no idea what. Amaranth and hers. Don't know what that is. That's in Danish. Then I've got this one, which matvet, I can't remember what that is. I think it's, by the looks of it, bulgur wheat, maybe. I don't know, but it looks good. So maybe I'll do a mix of those two. And then, yeah, the chickpeas. And then make a sauce. We don't have any peanut butter, but we do have tahini. So I might make a tahini garlicky sauce. And then, what else? Some vegetables, some greens would be good. Let's see what we have. We have tender stem broccoli and asparagus. My phone just stopped recording because my storage was full, so I had to sort that out. But these are pretty much done now. Yeah, they're definitely done. So I just drained these and then like patted them dry and put them in the dry pan with a few spices. I put cumin, garlic powder and some mixed herbs in. With the tender stem broccoli, whenever I'm cooking this, I usually like to cook it in a little bit of water first. I'm going to chop off just the very ends. Throw them in there like that. And then I'll put a little bit of water in that just to get it a little bit more tender, and then I'll take the water out and fry it a little bit. But while we're waiting for that, I am going to get my little blender. I have this portable Ninja blender, so you don't have to plug it in to use it. You just recharge it when it's out of battery, so it's battery powered. It's obviously not nearly as powerful as a normal Ninja blender, but for making sauces and things like that, it's super handy because like if I would plug in a full blender in this van, my inverter just isn't powerful enough to power that. Whatever. So this one works way better because all I need to do then is just recharge it. Clove of garlic in. And some tahini. I bought this tub of tahini when I was in Sweden, and like look at the size of it, right? It was this full when I opened it. Like, why would you even bother putting it in a tub that size? You know what I mean? Just make it a smaller tub. Okay, it's probably enough. And now I'm gonna put a little bit of water. And a drizzle of dark soy. And some salt and pepper. I'm gonna take the water out of this and put oil in it now. And cook that with a bit of olive oil and soy sauce. Everything's empty. Oh, that's fine. I'll let those cook down for a bit. Look, it's so good. How cool is that? And you can like shake it around to help it.